Live from downtown Fort Worth is the Stockyards, where the Toros are looking to end their regular season on a good note against the 1-9 Portland Fleet. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm your play-by-play commentator, Colin Northrup, and joining me in the booth this week is the one, the only, DR Sim, Devon Simeon on color. How are you doing?
Hey Colin, I'm great. Excited to be here calling this game with you between these two SFL teams. The Portland Fleet are coming off that big win last week versus the Mavericks of San Diego. And the Fort Worth Toros are looking to basically end the season on a good note with a win here and one possibly next week versus Houston. But hey, this should be an exciting matchup. Let's get this thing going.
The Toros looking to keep pace with the league's top running back, Ezekiel Love, in terms of yards. Fort Worth wearing their Panther Island uniforms. After all, the city of Fort Worth embraced the Panther as a symbol of hope and strength. Heads being called by Portland. And they win the toss. They will put their defense on the field first against Jason Williams and the rest of this Toro attack. Devon, what are some keys to the game?
The keys to this game, Colin, basically is both running backs. Both running backs are very great running backs here in the SFL, but also let's keep an eye on these quarterbacks. These quarterbacks average for the season under 240 yards passing per game. That is probably one of both of these teams are probably at the bottom, but also O.J. Bruin has 25 interceptions on the season. But let's talk about the rookie, Johnny Reno. He only comes in today's matchup with only 14.
Pretty impressive numbers from the rookie in terms of how few interceptions he's thrown, as Cade Stevens returns it up to the 26-yard line. And we'll get our first look at the number 2 overall pick in the most recent rookie draft, Johnny Reno. His starting halfback is Jason Williams. We'll also see cameo appearances from the rookie running back, J.Z. Bacon. Aaron Alexander's the fullback. Charlie Baker, Mike Twinscrew, Stephen Acker, and Robert Garrett Jr. are their wide receivers, and tight end is Garrett Jr. respectively. Here the Cowboy gets it on the first play of the game, and he picks up 8 yards to set up 2nd and 2.
Yeah, Colin, that was a nice read there by Johnny Reno to catch the Cowboy, Jason Garrett Jr. right in the middle of the field with that nice 8-yard dump and catch.
For Portland defensively, up front they have defensive ends Robert Brower and Derwin Nuevo. Defensive tackles Gary Barney and Bernard Patterson as Reno goes deep. Ooh! Hacker looking for the grab, but Bernard Smith knocks that away, the strong safety for Portland.
Yeah, Colin, that was a great a play there by the defense. I was kind of worried when they came out of the huddle because they were in a 3-4 run-based defense, and the slot guy looked pretty open, but he went right across the middle of the field. There was really great coverage right there in the middle, but they just tried to go deep with it, and one isn't able to come successful with it.
Here's Williams, picks up the first down to the 36. The rest of that Portland attack on defense is inside linebackers Mel Davis and Khalil Thomas. Gary Clem and Brody Gulch are the outside linebackers. Corners are Leo Morris, Chris Stosh, and Derek Majors. Bob Funk is the free safety. We already mentioned Bernard Smith. He's the strong safety. Here's Williams again, gets the carry. Up the middle he goes, and there he goes! Breaking tackles all the way down to the 34-yard line. First down, Fort Worth.
This guy, Jason Williams, man, you got to keep your head on the swivel for this young man. One thing he know how to do, and that's run the football. We look here on the replay. Hurt over a guy, runs right up the middle of the field, open daylight, successfully tackled there by the Portland defense. Other than that, he's basically to the house.
Into the game on the season, Williams. 1,238 yards and 12 rushing touchdowns. Both of those numbers, top 5 in the league. Here's the throw by Reno, out of bounds to Acker. Hauls it in for 5.
Stephen Hacker's a veteran wide receiver here in the league, man, and he knows how to play the sideline really well. I can remember when he was out in Queen City, He was one of those guys that knew how to run that out route to perfection.
He's one catch away now from joining the 600 club in terms of receptions. Pretty big milestone for the veteran wide receiver. Putbacks. Here is the handoff up the middle to Williams, and he will gain a couple yards out to the 28.
Yeah, great tackle there by 92, Robert Brewer for the defense of Portland. I mean, Jason Williams is not a guy who come down pretty easily, so that was a great tackle there by the DN.
6'6", 280, one-time All-Star back in season 17. Here's Reno. Throws. Complete to Robert Garrett Jr. Good enough for the first down to the 22.
And Colin, this is a great drive here for Fort Worth. Let's not forget that, Fort Worth doesn't put a lot of points up on the board, but they're moving the ball pretty methodically on this drive here. And let's just see if they're able to come away with a touchdown on this possession as they're knocking on the door to get into the red zone.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. So far, they've traveled 63 yards, most of it on the ground. Here's another pass by Reno over the middle, caught. And that is Hacker on the reception. He now has joined the 600 career receptions club.
Portland has 4 defensive linemen on this team, but they only came with a 3-man rush that time there as Fort Worth came out with a 4 wide receiver set. I think you got to get pressure on Reno, kind of rather this young man up.
Here's to get to Williams, and he's tackled almost immediately in the backfield. Funk playing down there in the box from his free safety spot records the TFL.
I think that's the backup running back, Colin.
That was Bacon there on that carry. Rare carry for Bacon. So far, he has only 9 carries all year. That was carry number 10. 3rd and 7, empty set. Reno sets, fires. Garrett Jr. will be a yard short of the sticks. It took 2 men in white shirts to bring him down, and it looks like the rookie place kicker, Emelina Rose, will.
Yeah, let's give. I'm sorry, Colin. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Sorry about that. But let's give Gary Clean some credit there on that tackle, not allowing Robert Garrett Jr. to get the first down. They're coming out with the offense for 4th and 1.
Well, they're lining up to go for it. Let's see if they actually snap the ball. Play clock under 10. And it looks like timeout is going to be called, yes. 6:29 in the first. Field goal attempt forthcoming now.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a wasted timeout there, Colin. To call that timeout in this position, early in the first quarter. Although you can't take all 3 timeouts into the second half with you, but you may need that timeout towards the end of the second quarter. Right in that 2-minute warning, you may be looking for getting a touchdown on the drive that you may have. You just never know when you may need that timeout.
Rose is 20 of 20. This will be the 21st attempt of the year for the rookie. Her kick is up and good from 29 yards, so it's 6:26 left. It is 3-0, Fort Worth in front.
Yeah, outstanding kick here by the rookie. There's the hole there. Nice hole by the placeholder. And this thing is right down the middle.
If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional sports, esports, and a role-playing game into one. Team strategies are being executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on the virtual gridiron. For more information about the SFL, visit our website at www.simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. Leo Morris on the return gets it up to the 24. And we'll get our first look at the southpaw, O.J. Bruin.
O.J. Bruin, the rookie for this Portland Fleet offense, has been, having some shaky moments, but he's also had some productive moments. He's put up some pretty good numbers in some games this season. Let's see what he does this game.
He starts off under center, has Ezekiel Love in the backfield, offset to his right. Love gets the ball, and he will lose 2 yards on the first carry of the game. Jeff Duffy among the men in black, recording the TFL.
Yeah, Portland tried to come out with a with a run on the first play to Ezekiel Love, but this this Fort Worth defense showed up big time for a tackle for loss.
Bruin is the quarterback. Love is the halfback. Israel Adams, Benjamin Warner, and Mike Savage, along with Gene Valentine, are the receivers. Nelson Lozano Jr. and is the tight end, and Jalen Taylor is the center. Jeff Duffy almost gets a sack there, but forces an incompletion to set up a 3rd and 12 situation.
Jeff Duffy, the 2-year man here with Fort Worth, basically came in untouched and basically put some pressure on O.J. Bruin. And this offensive line better get some blocking going to protect this quarterback.
They got a bunch to the top. One man to the bottom, that's Valentine. Love a single back. Play action by Bruin. Fires a nice ball, but it'll be pick up the 10, but it'll be 3 yards short of where they need to go. Adams on the reception.
Yeah, it was a nice route there by Adams, but unfortunately he just came up short. Wasn't able to pick up the first down there.
Dominic Birkin set to punt for Portland. Back deep is Cade Stevens for Fort Worth. So it'll be 3 plays and a punt for the Fleet on their first drive of the game, as this is away, and it will nestle into the arms of Stevens, and Stevens will get it up to 38 of Fort Worth. Johnny Reno comes out on the field. He led his team to 3 points on a field goal by Rose last time out. This will be a 1st and 10 situation. Reno's under center, has 3 wide receivers. Haven't heard from Mike Twinsky yet. He's in the slot. They're going that way, and it's intercepted. Intercepted on the play by number 29, Leo Morris.
Leo Morris showed off his athletic ability on that play, Colin. Look at this here on the replay. Was that Bernard Smith?
Oh, a correction. It was Bernard Smith, the safety, just grabbing it out of the air, pass intended for Stevens.
Wow, outstanding play there by Smith. Going up in the air, picking that thing out of the air, man, and gives his team an opportunity to get the ball back to try to get a protective drive here. And let's take notice of this. They're in Fort Worth territory.
First season in the Pacific Northwest for Smith after spending the previous 2 years with the guy you know very well, Demond and Eddie Gage's Arizona Scorpions, is Bruin. Oh, he almost threw an interception right back. Aiden Davis on the deflect.
Bruin almost looked like he wanted to give the ball right back to Fort Worth. He said, hey, I really don't want this thing. Do you want it?
Center, they'll go with it'll be a 1st down as Love was able to take the swing pass out there, Demond, and able to make some good yards out of it.
Yeah, great blocking by the offensive line, Colin. Looked like they were basically in the cover 3 concept as we saw the linebackers shoot to the right side of the defense. And the O-line just basically got a hat on a hat with the linebackers and a few safeties and corners out there. And Love was able to pick up the 1st down. Looks like a really productive drive here so far for Portland.
Shout out to Jaden Taylor, the rookie center, 6'2", 305, getting his big frame downfield. As Love will get the carry this time. Will pick up 3 yards down to the 15. We'll introduce you to this Toro defense. Jeff Duffy, the defensive end. His defensive end mate is Jabril Curse. Joey Swindell and Jerry D. Gond are the defensive tackles. E.K. Vincent, J.L. Browning, and Golden Dino are the linebackers. Adam Leach, Aiden Davis, and Nacho Sakari are the corners. Blake Preen, Frank Bernstein are the free safeties, and Delaney Nash, of course, is the strong safety. Aiden Davis on the tackle there sets up a 3rd and 6, Damon.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, great work there by Aiden Davis, who's been around for some time here now. 6 seasons in the SFL, 2 with Houston, and the remaining of his stint has been here in Fort Worth. Also, man, Jerry D. Gahn was also on the tackle as well.
Here's Bruin to the end zone. Touchdown, Portland. It's Adams.
Outstanding play there by O.J. Bruin. But let's talk about Israel Adams, the rookie. This young man here from Memphis can really play some ball. Look at him go up high, reel that ball in over the defender. You got mossed.
It's his 5th touchdown reception on the year. Had 44 grabs for 586 yards coming in. And the Fleet able to take advantage of the short field following the interception.
Wow, 5th
Able
touchdown.
to punch it in the end zone after 5 plays.
5th touchdown for Israel Adams. That is outstanding from a guy from the slot. You know, most teams who have 3 or more wide receivers, the 3rd guy hardly ever even gets any attention. For this guy to have 5 touchdowns on the season, that's amazing. He's not even the 1 or the 2. He's playing from the slot most of the time.
It is pretty impressive indeed. 3:27 to go in the first quarter. Fleet take a 7-3 lead. Here's JT Walters, the undrafted rookie kicker. Boots this away to Stevens, who fields it from his 5, and Cade Stevens up the middle. He goes and gets tackled at the 24.
Yeah, 24, their online is where Fort Worth is going to take over here on this drive, on this new possession that they just got after that touchdown from Portland. Nice way to, contribute and basically take advantage of the takeaway by putting points on the board.
3 wide receivers, 2 to the top, 1 to the bottom, staring at a nickel defense. And Reno will go with the outcut to Hacker, who picks up 9.
There it is, Hacker right at the sideline, catches the ball, and look what he does. He turns it right upfield, gets his head moving forward, runs a guy over, almost picks up the first down before stepping out of bounds.
2nd and 1 on the 33 is where they'll mark it now. And Reno's early numbers turns are looking pretty good. He's 6 of 8 for 36 yards. Does have the 1 interception, but been efficient otherwise. He's back to throw again down the middle. This time he hits Robert Garrett Jr. for another reception, and the Cowboy now has 4 grabs on the day and picks up a first down.
This is a guy you got to keep an eye out for. Robert Garrett Jr. is no slouch here in this SFL league. I mean, this guy here knows how to get open, runs routes very well, and after that, he gets that reception. He knows how to turn his head upfield and get things moving.
There's number 44. He's involved in the front office as GM off the field. Helps the co-owners of the Toros put this roster together. Here's a throw out to Acker. He picks up 5 on the little outcut. Derek Majors on the tackle.
And Stephen Hacker is playing all over the field today. First we saw him to the top of the field. Now he's playing in the bottom on these out routes, man. This guy, I tell you, he knows how to run these out routes. He gets 5 yards on that reception, and that is a great route. You don't want to run 2 or 3 yards on an out route. You want to get 5 or more yards on those type of routes.
As they line up in the offset eye, Alexander in front of Williams. Another pass by Reno. He has to step up, and he will actually gain a yard as he falls forward to the 48. Nobody was open, so he tried to make a little something happen there, Devon.
Yeah, number 64, Bernard Patterson, the defensive tackle, 6'6", 330 pounds. My goodness, that's a large man. Come away with that sack there.
4 out of the empty. Quick drop over the middle to the Cowboy, who caught it, but then he fumbled. And then the Toros pick it up anyway, with Williams falling on top of it at the 39. What a crazy sequence there.
This may be a challenge, Colin, because I'm not sure if Garrett made a football move, but you got to give the kudos to Jason Williams for even being in the vicinity and keep his head on a swivel to see the ball on the ground and jump on it.
Looks like Coach Mel Davis is reading your mind, Demont. He threw the flag, and we'll get our first look under the hood today. I don't don't know. It seems pretty bang bang.
Yeah.
Looks like Portland may be in the right here. We'll see.
After review, the receiver did have possession. It is therefore ruled a
And the
fumble.
Fleet are rewarded. The ruling on the field is overturned, and they do not lose a timeout. How about that?
Wow. I mean, that's a win for Portland. You know, Fort Worth does not come away with that first down as they picked up after the fumble was converted. So that was a great challenge there by the Portland coaching staff there.
Punt. Rush is on. Rusher doesn't get there in time, though. Fielded by Leo Morris, a prolific returner, out to the 19. Esports TV has partnered with the SFL to bring sim football to millions of homes over the next 2 years. ESTV is the world's first 24/7 live, linear, video on demand esports channel available everywhere through your smart TV, on your phone, through Roku, Amazon Fire TV, and more. Visit ESTV.co to learn more about its programming and find the ways you can catch the SFL action on the network. ESTV, the 24/7 leader in esports.
Everyone, make sure you check out ESTV in your local area. I mean, I was on the other night flipping through the channels and saw that ESTV had on the SFL Season 16 championship game between the Florida Storm and the Denver Night Wings. It was good to see the SFL on primetime TV.
Ezekiel Love with a nice run and catch there out to the 34-yard line. That's Love's second reception. He's touched the ball total now these 7 times as he gets the carry. Here breaks the tackle, picks up the first down, and will be marked close down to the 50.
Yeah, that was an outstanding run there by Ezekiel Love, showing why he's one of the leading rushers in the SFL. Let's just take a look at it here on the replay. Look at the block here. Great block there by the wide receiver, 82.
That's Valentine there.
Valentine there on that big block to the outside. Allowed the running back to get into open field and pick up the first down for this offense.
Shout out to the offensive lineman number 74 blocking down the field as well. Here's Bruin throws, and he nearly threw an interception to Blake Preen. Number 20 had it in his hands, but he couldn't quite hang on.
Yeah, that pass was intended for Valentine, who had the big block on the previous play, but the ball was underthrown. If O.J. Bruin gets some air underneath that pass, Colin, we're talking about Gene Valentine walking across the goal line.
Now this is different. They line up with 3 tight ends and 2 backs. Here's the get to Love, and Love trying to fight his way through traffic will only get to the forward 48. There's Preen again, this time on the tackle.
23 personnel for the offense, and man, what a shot by Preen. My goodness, Ezekiel Love thought that he was going to have some room to get through that hole, but man, Preen closed that thing really fast.
3rd and 7 as we approach the end of the first quarter. You're watching the Simulation Football League on Twitch. 7-3, Portland in front. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music on Twitch. I'm Colin Northup. Devon Simeon is my partner in the broadcast booth this week, as Portland will face a 3rd and 7 throw down the middle, caught for the first down. That is Benjamin Warner's first grab of the game, and what a time for it, Damon.
Yeah, man, Warner basically extended his arms to reel that reception, and as it was a bullet coming from O.J. Bruin.
I mean, he's 6'2", 205 pounds. He's spent 3 of his 4 total seasons in the league with this Fleet team, and you can see why he's such a valuable commodity. As Bruin's back to throw down the middle, complete again, this time to Valentine for the first down at the 21.
Outstanding. We see Valentine here goes on a post. My goodness. It was 2 receivers. There's one ahead of Valentine who does a post as well, basically forcing that free safety out of the way, and then it opens that middle right there for Valentine to come right in behind him and pick up the first down.
That's the big tight end, Nelson Lozano Jr., number 84. Bruin is on a bit of a hot streak now. He's 6-9 for 67 yards. He has that one touchdown. Adams earlier. Here's to get to Love. Love has blocking. He's to the 10. He's to the 5. And they'll mark him down there. It'll be first and goal. Combo tackle made by Nash and Browning.
And this looks like a weak stretch here for Ezekiel Love. Run downs. Look at all the linemen. Zone blocking there. Look at 33. What a block by the fullback.
That is Daniel Long, the fullback, just putting in the yeoman's work on the blocking. Not the easiest thing in the world, Demond, as you know, as a wide receiver blocking. But first and goal from the 5. Fleet with 2 tight ends to one side. They give to the 2 tight end side, and Love trying to power his way will only pick up a yard.
We may not get a replay here, Colin, but man, the middle of the field was wide open. There should have been an audible call there, but maybe Portland doesn't have any type of ISO or a strong dive in this formation set. But man, there was nobody in the middle of the field. Ezekiel Love could have walked in and carried somebody in with him if he needed to.
Strong Eye Jokers here's to get to the fullback Long, and he goes all the way down to the 1, but he doesn't score. It'll be 3rd and goal.
Yeah, the defense was in a nickel formation, and basically no one was there. The linebackers were standing inside of the end zone, and Daniel basically was able to pick up a few yards there and get down to the 1.
They line up in that 23 personnel look they had earlier, Devon. This is play number 10. Here's to get the Love. Hurdles over a down defender and into the end zone. Touchdown, Portland.
This young man, Ezekiel Love, has basically been setting the league on fire ever since his entrance 3-4 seasons ago. His rookie season was basically an explosion onto the scene for him in the Portland offense. And now he's basically taking over the league, the leading rusher, if I'm not mistaken, here in the SFL.
Leading rusher indeed. Number 1. He's 2 teams top 5 in rushing. And so far, it's been the Fleet that's been able to take advantage of some mistakes by the men sporting black and blue today. Tribute to the city's nickname of Panther Island. The Toros today. It's 14-3. 8:37 to go in the first half.
Yeah, coming into today's matchup, Ezekiel Love came in with 250 yards rushing attempts. I mean, that is number 2 in the league. I think Kevin Say is number 1, if I'm not mistaken. And he comes in also with a 5.5 average, which is number 5. Man, that just lets you know there that this guy can run the football.
Here is Stevens on the return, and Cade Stevens will get wrapped up at the 23-yard line. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Catch this SFL Sim Pod every week. SFL Crunch Time and Road to Glory airs every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Striker premieres on Thursdays. Save With Your Chest airs on Friday, and Netbook can be seen all week long at 7 p.m. Every week, the live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server. At the top of the channel listing, just look for the events tab.
I'll tell you one thing,
Sounds like a broken record, but Robert Garrett Jr. has another reception, this time for 8.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I mean, this 3-4 defense that Portland is in, Fort Worth is taking advantage of it. I mean, they're getting Robert Garrett right involved in the offense, taking advantage of these linebackers who are not standing in the middle. They're partnering towards the left and the right of the field, and Fort Worth is getting it done.
Williams with another carry, sidesteps a man, breaks through a tackle, and goes all the way down to the 40. Oh boy, Derek Majors could have saved what could have been a huge run by the man they call Williams.
Right, you got to give credit to the guy who basically, look at that juke move there. And Smith comes away with the tackle. My goodness, man, he broke his ankles.
Look at Majors from the
Majors
side running him down. No wonder why he's such a good kick returner with all that speed.
Yeah,
Williams Only
Sorry, go
has
ahead.
3 carries, but he has 78 yards and along of 38.
Portland came on a blitz on that last play.
Here they come on a blitz again, and this time they're able to contain him as Smith gets a little bit of redemption for being run over by Williams, holds him to no gain.
Yeah, they keep blitzing these middle linebackers, and Fort Worth is making them pay for it. Unfortunately, Williams wasn't able to get anything going on that run play, but when Portland blitz, Williams is getting some big yardage.
Williams was number 1 in carries at 257. Love is right behind him coming into this game at 250. As the throw down the middle, knocked down. That's Mel Davis in coverage on Mike Twinscrew. That's an inside linebacker covering a receiver, DeMont.
Mel Davis showing he got coverage skills here. Take a look at him. He's playing that left outside linebacker spot, or probably inside linebacker spot. And man, he comes away with that pass deflection. Reading the QB all the way down the field.
Just instinctive instincts you can't coach from a linebacker position. And I guarantee you, Twinscrew was surprised to see who was covering him down there. Usually it's corners and safeties that are covering a third receiver, not a linebacker. 3rd and 10, Reno in the gun, all by himself, 5-1. He's back to throw, throws it short. Stevens has the first down and more than a 26. He was able to get the yak, and Cade Stevens picks up the first down.
Cade Stevens working the sideline just like Stephen Hacker has been doing all the first quarter. And we take a look here as this is what Fort Worth does. They basically hit these out routes all down the field, target Robert Garrett Jr. down the middle on quick slants or seam routes, and they take advantage of the open of the middle. And as we see here, they take advantage of the sidelines as well.
And flex out as a third wide receiver. That is Robert Garrett Jr. Blitz being shown by Fleet. And they come with it as Williams is through the hole and he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Fort Worth.
Jason Williams explode out of the cannon as he just crossed Magnolia Avenue.
And I have permission to use the Rick meter. It was twitching a little bit in the direction of Portland, but it's now leaning more in the neutral direction with that score. Touchdown, Williams, his 13th of the year. And this extra point looks to make it a 4-point game.
Yeah, that was a great run there by Thrilliums, as they call them in the locker room of Fort Worth. Basically, Portland came out in a 3-4 run-based defense. And the offensive line of Fort Worth took advantage of that small front. And basically, Williams just exploded.
I read the blocks just absolutely perfectly. They blitzed the linebackers like they've been doing a lot. That was a 6-play, 82-yard drive for a score, 24 yards for Williams. Kickoff by Rose coming to Leo Morris, who's a dangerous returner. Has a punt return and a couple kick returns for touchdowns this year. He fields it from his 2. Coming up the middle, Morris has room down to the 26. The SFL has partnered with Rare Drop and Rare Drop Sports to advance live events and distribution. Live in-person championship weekends, rookie drafts, and community events are in the works. Visit the Rare Drop Sports Twitch channel. We'll broadcast 5 Season 18 playoff games starting on Saturday, April 23rd in the wild card round. Visit raredrop.co for more info on what the company does for the community and follow Rare Drop Sports on Twitch at twitch.tv/RD Sports.
Previous play, Colin, that was a great run stop by Blake Bryan on Ezekiel Love, only allowing 2 yards on the carry.
And this Preen, his run fits have been superb. Here's a toss out to Love. Love breaks the tackle, tries to break a second one, but E.K. Vincent says, sit down there, little buddy. Tackles him in the backfield for a loss of 1 back to the 25.
Yeah, see, Portland tried to come out and run the strong G toss that Houston has made famous. But you know what? When you run that toss, it's all about the guard. The guard didn't get outside. He turned inside too soon, didn't block anybody, and Love had nowhere to go.
Action. Down. Joey Swindell brings him down all the way back at the 15, and it'll be 4th and forever.
Colin Douglas, this is what you call a cover sack. Basically, nobody was open downfield, and the big man basically just took advantage of the center and came right in and got that sack.
You got that right. DR Sim as Perkin will punt this away. He's standing a yard deep in his end zone. As the ball will be marked at the 15.
Bring pressure.
Punt is away. Stevens will return this to the Fleet 45. Here we go, DeMar.
Hey, I think the momentum is starting to swing in this game towards Fort Worth. I mean, Portland looked really good in the first quarter and also early on in the second at the top of the quarter here. But, man, this Fort Worth team has got 2 drives in a row where they've put some points on the board.
Start things off here. Here's another out cut. This time top of the field to Stevens, who hauls it in for a pickup of 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
There was a far tight end flex formation there. And with Robert Garrett Jr. flexed in the slot. And they basically just worked the sidelines. Looks like there was a tight end seam. Both receivers do an out route, and the tight end does a seam route right down the middle.
11 and 15 is Reno. 2nd and 6. Here's another out route. This time to Acker. Ooh! He didn't quite get it. He'll be a chest hair short as he's knocked out of bounds. At the 35.
That was a far spread on that time there. It looks like the same play that was in the tight end flex. But like I say, they worked this tight end seam with these 2 out routes by the receivers, the X and the Z. And Hacker gets to the sideline, turns upfield, does not pick up the first down though.
They go weak twins this time. They'll give to Williams. He's got blockers. He's got room. Breaks it. Eccles Smith. And takes 2 men to bring him down at the 18-yard line. First down, Fort Worth.
This is a weak twins, but let's look at the tackle. The tackle gets a block. The wide receiver hips him on that block as well. Outstanding blocking from the Fort Worth organization, the O-line and the wide receivers as a whole. And Williams doing what he does best. Run the ball, get a full steam ahead, get past the sticks. First down.
He's now up to 117 yards on just 6 carries. Gary Stuff. This is carry number 7, and this time he'll lose 3 yards. Blowing it up in the backfield in a major way was number 96, Duran Nuevo.
Nuevo comes in untouched, said, no, sir, not this time. I know where you're going.
There they go, 2 backs in the backfield. 1 receiver each side, 4-3 defense. Reno sees something, changes the play. Back to throw, down the middle. The Garrett Jr. is wide open on that seam route, so after going to the outs on that same play, this time they go down the middle to the seam and get a 1st and goal to the 6.
Right down the middle, man. They work the middle of the field to perfection. They're one of the teams here in the SFL that loves the middle of the field, and they love the sideline as well. So they'll dink and dunk to the outside, and they'll catch Robert Garrett Jr. on this seam route here. Once you move those linebackers out the way, the middle of the field is all his.
5.6 yards per attempt, but he has been efficient as Johnny Reno. 13 of 17 as he gives off to Williams, spins off of 1 tackle and gets down to the 4.
Yeah, why not let Robert Garrett get you inside the 10 and then hand it off here to Williams?
Bernard Smith on the tackle. I tell you what, he's an impressive specimen. Even though he's only 6'1", 215, he's a excellent tackler.
3-4 defense. Look out for the blitz.
Slant over the middle, touchdown. It's to the Cowboys. Yeehaw, as the Toros take the lead.
The Cowboy Robert Garrett Jr. just crossed Magnolia Boulevard, and he's having a party in Magnolia Plaza.
probably gonna light up a cigar after that one, given his affinity for those. It's a touchdown. He's caught all 7 for 49 yards, and now he has a touchdown to his name.
Yeah, that was great to see Robert Garrett get inside the end zone there, as he had that big play on that seam route right down the middle of the field to get the team inside of the 10-yard line. Great job there by the offensive coordinator to get him involved.
This guy is a big target. 6'7", 268 pounds. He's like an extra offensive tackle at that size.
That is just amazing.
As it's now 17-14 with 2:37 to go in the first half. And I tell you what, though, all of a sudden the momentum switched. I would say it's lean Fort Worth now, according to the media.
Where's Ricky when you need him? To settle the meter.
Here's fielded from the goal line is Morris. Morris up the middle, gets tackled at the 24. You touched on this earlier, Demond. We've seen the Fleet have good moments with Love, and whether him running or him catching it. But so far, it seems like the momentum's gone away from them a bit. What do they need to do differently this time?
Yeah, you're right. And not to target for Love so often. They got to get the wide receivers involved. We're only seeing at the play run here.
Here is Love. Love gets 6. Gets 4, rather. It'll be 2nd and 6. Love again. Only 10 carries for 36 yards as of this moment.
Yeah, as I was stating, they got to get the receivers involved. As we look here on the stat sheet, where's my stat sheet at? Come on. We'll get to it in just a minute here. But the receivers hasn't been very involved in this game. It's been all Ezekiel Love.
They go to Love again. He breaks the tackle, spins off another guy, picks up a first down. He's to the 50. He's to the 40, to the 30, and tackled at the Fort Worth 22 as we've now reached the 2-minute warning.
DRCM Hall of Famer. You don't know what you're talking about. This is why I lead the league in rushing yards, second in attempts, is because I get the job done. Sorry, Prime. I'm on the way towards the end zone.
Just did it all on his own, and E.K. Vincent trying to hop on his back, but needed his buddy to help him out there. 1st and 10 at the 22, 1:51 to go in the second quarter. Fleet down by 3. They're well within field goal range now. Here's play action. Down the middle, wide open is Nelson Lozano Jr., and that's the first catch of the day for the tight end down to the 1.
If it's not Mr. California Love himself, Nelson Lozano is a great tight end. Gets open in the open field there, goes up, picks up that reception right down to the 1-yard line. This game is going back and forth. We may just have to throw the Rick meter out.
It's a ping pong right now at the 1. Left side is completely open. They go with the toss, and Love will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Portland.
Ezekiel Love get that toss. The guard gets out there, blocks someone in the end zone, and Love just crosses Hollywood Boulevard to give Portland the lead.
Just a simple toss. Get a good block on the edge. Look at Warner throwing a good block there as well. It's now 20-17 with 1:17 left, pending the extra point. Oh man, I feel like one of those balls in a ping pong and a pinball machine just bouncing back and forth off the bumpers, Demond.
Absolutely. This game is going back and forth. I'm excited to be calling this game with you up here in the booth. And we got Justin Reside on stats. He's handling stats all by himself today. Give kudos to him for putting that double work. It is not easy doing stats as a one-man statistician.
For Ezekiel Love, he's now up to 89 yards. He has 2 touchdowns on just 13 carries, 6.8 yards a carry. Also has 2 grabs for 28 yards, Demond. So he's getting it done in both categories.
Yeah, this is an all-around back. Remind you of the guys of the 90s. Thurman Thomas, Barry Sanders, Emmitt Smith. Who else can I name? Roger Craig, Marcus Allen. Marcus Allen was a really, really great wide receiver coming out of the backfield. Just underrated, but he is a Hall of Famer. Never got really much kudos for his receiving out of the backfield as Roger Craig has in that West Coast style offense with the 49ers. Man, the backs of the Niners are my favorite.
Let's see what Jason Williams can do in response. He's lined up in that Twins look again. Here's Reno back to throw. Finds a man on the outcut. It's 5 yards. This time it's Mike Twinscrew. Welcome to the ball game.
And Twinscrew gets involved. Out route, as we stated, this is what they love to do. They love to target the sideline, not too much deep downfield from their outside wide receivers, and this is why their quarterback doesn't have a lot of interceptions. Is because they're not throwing the ball in deep territory with those safeties who are like sharks. Look at this front.
5 defensive linemen down there. Press man, it looks like, down the middle of the Cowboy who dropped the ball. Oh man, what a hit by Derek Majors.
My goodness! Not only did he put a hit on the Cowboy, but Reno took a shot. I mean, he got hit as he threw that ball. Art Vanderlei mentioned Marshall Falk. He's a nice back from the 90s. Fleet owner. Jacob mentioned Gale Sayers. Gale Sayers was what, in the 60s? I wasn't going that far back, but yeah, he was an explosive one.
Still a versatile guy, returned punts and kicks. You know, in addition to his rushing, is Cade Stevens unable to haul that third down reception in. And it looks like the Fleet will get an opportunity with one more possession.
Everyone, let's welcome Craig, the gatekeeper, here to the SFL chat. Glad to have you on board.
Yeah, thanks for checking the product out. You know, it's sort of a cool thing what we got going on here. Of course, you know these teams very well, given that you're an owner of the Houston Hyenas and you play the Toros in the South Division. And Morris with a nice juke gets it up to the 48.
Yeah, the Toros is a really great organization. You know, the team is outstanding as well. You know, although their record shows that they're 7-3, but this is a hard-fought team. You know, they basically is a run-first team. Get behind Jason Williams, allow him to get himself going in the yards and rushing. Therefore, but the middle of the field is wide open. I'll go ISO, strong ISO. Take advantage of that single linebacker, Colin.
No pass instead, down the middle of the field into triple coverage, and Eric Vincent able to get a big paw out there and swat it away. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I'm not sure what O.J. Bruin saw on that play there, but I would have most definitely went to the sideline. There was an out route that was wide open. And also, what is the arm strength of this young man? Can he get the deep ball downfield? As of right now, it doesn't look like it because that's his 2nd time underthrowing a pass.
Here is Bruin under center. 2nd and 10, clock stopped with 50 seconds left. Takes a 6-step drop. Hit as he throws. It's incomplete. The blitzing linebacker, J.L. Browning, able to get in his grill before he can fully step into that one.
Yeah, J.L. Browning come in on a blitz, and he basically almost takes the head of O.G. Bruin right off of his body. And lucky enough for Portland that Bruin was in the motion of throwing a pass, and the ball came out as his arm was moving forward. That could have been dangerous if that was a fumble or even a sack. It would have pushed him further back.
3 wide. This time to go simple out cut. That won't do it. But that's the 3rd catch of the day for Adams, who has 1 receiving touchdown on the day.
A great catch there by Adams. As we stated earlier, this young man is putting on a season his rookie year. 5 touchdowns and doing all he can to help the Portland Fleet offense.
It's a guy top 10 pick.
Yeah.
First round, usually with first round picks, you want them to be impact players on the team. And this guy has stepped right in after Art Vanderlei decided to go to Florida. And has done a nice job of it, as Stevens calls a fair catch at his own 14.
Now the Portland kicks it, the ball back off to the Fort Worth Toros. Can Fort Worth take advantage of what their defense has done? Stop Portland. 37 seconds left in the game. They're probably going to just run the clock out here. But hey, they come out a 3 wide receiver set with the tight end flex.
Well, they have 2 timeouts. Here's to get to Williams, and Williams muscling his way down. It gets 9, but it looks like the Toros are just content to go in the locker room. They had 2 timeouts, but didn't use one there.
Yeah, hard run there by Williams, man. This guy here, you got to put 4 to 5 defensive linemen on the line of scrimmage there to try to stop this guy running up the middle of the field because he just runs so powerful.
Gun formation. This will probably be the last play of the half. Down the middle to the Cowboy, and they call time with 3 seconds left as the ball is marked down at the 32. Probably get one more play off. I'm curious to see what it'll be. They're a little far for a Hail Mary attempt, Damon, but
yeah. You took the words right out of my mouth, Colin. I was just going to say that they're at their own 32-yard line. They're extremely too far and out of the range for a Hail Mary. I mean, if you're going to target downfield, I would come out in a regular formation set, probably with a 4 wide or even 5 wide set, and just see if I can get a guy open somewhere.
They go 3 wide.
Yeah, they go 3 wide. There's a guy open. Well, not that guy open, but the middle of the field was open because one of the safeties was playing down in the box. They just run it out, play it smart, keep the turnovers down, and just run out the clock.
115 yards in the first half for Williams. Halftime here. Portland in front 21-17. Remember, they elected to kick to start the game, so they will get the ball back. An opportunity to perhaps extend their lead here, Damon, if they play their cards right.
Yeah, absolutely, Colin. Great decision there for Portland to decide to kick the ball at the beginning of the half. At the game. Their way they get the ball back here in the second half and try to get some momentum going and increase this 4-point lead to a larger lead to 11.
See the yardage total. Fort Worth definitely has the advantage, but Portland's been able to take advantage of the big plays. Of course, Johnny Reno threw the pick, which set up one of the Fleet scores. And let's see what the boys wearing all white with black helmets today can do. Bruin under center at his own 23. He's back to throw. Ducks. Oh, it's a fumble picked up by one of the offensive linemen. And they'll only lose 2 yards but retain possession of the ball. My word.
If Portland wins this game, Colin, it'll probably be for that play there from number 71, Tim Johnson, picking up that fumble recover that O.J. Bruin just basically let go as he was getting tackled. That could be the play of the game.
Here's split backs. Quick drop. Out to Adams, who makes a nice catch. Will set up a 3rd and 7. The SFL has partnered with Laser to deliver digital SFL trading cards to its players and viewers this postseason exclusively on SFL's Twitch broadcast. Viewers every 30 minutes will be issued one of 18 cards, or you can buy an entire pack through Laser store and receive a complete set of common, uncommon, rare, and ultra rare memorabilia. Visit laser.gg and click the Join Alpha button to connect your Twitch account. Exciting stuff, Damon. It's first and 10 at the 35 for Portland.
Absolutely. That was Nelson Lozano on the pass and catch there. But speaking of Laser, we'll get to that here in a little bit right after this play.
Here's the dive down. This is Warner again. He picks up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2.
Man, I can remember as a kid going to the convenience store or even to the mall to KB Toys. That's for some of you old folks out there who remember KB Toys. I used to go into KB Toys, Colin, and buy a big pack of football cards and look at all my favorite football players. Now with Laser, I get to have one of DR Sims. My goodness, I'm excited.
Yeah, it's definitely cool stuff for sure. Cool partnership, most definitely. You know, I used to collect baseball cards back in the day, and you know, I have a bunch of stuff from the 90s and mid 2000s. It's a nostalgia trip every time I open up the binder full of cards I got there. It's just absolutely amazing. Now they're all digital as down he goes. It was Bruin for the sack. Number 78, Gary Degon, records the sack there on 3rd and 1. It'll be 4th and 4.
Gary Degon with that sack, and Gary Degon was the guy that forced the fumble who got in the backfield to hit O.J. Bruin 2 plays ago.
Punt nearly blocked, and Fleet unable to take advantage of the fact that they got the ball first. Toros will take over at their own 29-yard line.
Great stand there by Portland. I'm sorry, about Fort Worth. They get the ball back here with just Jason Williams. My apologies. I want to say Justin. Justin plays for Houston. There's another brother, Josh Williams, who plays for Atlanta. These guys are all over the place.
Here's the throw down the field. One-handed catch by Mike Twinscrew. Are you serious? What a catch.
Wow, they come out with 2 tight ends on the line of scrimmage, and they throw it to Twinscrew out wide, lined up here. I couldn't see if there was a fade route or what, but he got open in some separation.
Oh, man, what a play by Mike Twinscrew there. Only his
outstanding
second catch, good for 33 yards that time.
Talk about Chris Stock, also touchdown saving tackle.
Here's the throw, another out route. Stevens hauls it in. And visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotion, plus features from our content team, including Swap Talk, Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and the Talent Factories feature series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings of the next class of SFL talent and so much more. Simulationfl.net, your home for everything SFL. And speaking of home, Cade Stevens puts his team a little bit closer to their home, the end zone, on that play.
Johnny Reno could have went anywhere with this ball. He saw Cade Stevens. That must have been his first read. But, man, he had Steven Hacker wide open towards the left side of the field. And the crazy part is that the referee tried to turn around and look and catch Hacker and see what he was doing, and he tripped over his own foot.
Oh, man, just crazy stuff happens here in the Simulation Football League. Williams picks up 2 yards. You see the yards from there. But Love not having it too shabby of a day either. He has 2 rushing touchdowns.
Colin, I have to go to the chats. Nighthawks 24, which is Justice Blackwell, wide receiver for the Florida Storm. He says that I will put my player card in a bicycle spoke. Why would I do that?
Why would you put your own card down to the end zone? Knocked away on the play. It's Derek Majors. Oh, my goodness. Derek Majors with a great play there on the veteran Hacker.
Yeah, Derek Majors, although he's only 5'10", this dude stands tall. He can jump with the best of the wide receivers here. And Steven Hacker is not a small guy. He's 6'5", 235. Steven Hacker should have mossed him.
3rd and 8 from the 15. There's Reno back for throw. Fires to the end zone. Caught by Twinscrew for the touchdown and double coverage. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Hacker, since you don't want to moss the young fella, I'll do it on my end as we run 50Z post corner here, and I'll take it to the house as he just crossed Magnolia Boulevard. He's hanging out with Robert Garrett Jr. down at Magnolia Plaza.
And he beat Chris Stosh on that play. Who was in perfectly good position. It was a better ball by Reno that time.
Yeah, and I was just going to say that, Colin. You're reading my mind. We're becoming quite the duo here. I was just going to say, Reno put some air underneath this ball compared to the previous throw that he threw to Hacker. It was kind of underthrown, kind of short, and kind of low there. But this one, he put some air underneath it and was a beautiful throw for for Twinscrew to jump up and go get the ball.
Frustrating is it as a wide receiver Demond, when your guy underthrows a ball like that, you know that you could have scored or made a big play.
Yeah, absolutely. Very frustrating.
As the kick is away by Rose, fielded on the return by Morris, who gets tackled at the 24. Now things are really interesting. I feel like Portland's got to respond at some point, or otherwise this is going to get more and more difficult as this game goes on.
Yeah, I mean, this is going back and forth. I want to say this is the fourth change of lead in this game. Either the fourth or the fifth.
Here they run the toss again. Love finding a little seam in the defense. It picks up another 8 yards to make it 2nd and 2.
Colin, as we look at the replay here, we're not going to show the replay. I thought it was going to show it, but number 78, the guard for, well, I'm sorry, make that 77, Art Wimberly, he got out and he got his hat on one of the linebackers to open that toss play there.
Here's Love making it happen on his own, breaks his tackle, spins off another one, picks up a 1st down.
That play there could have been dangerous. He was hitting the backfield. Could have been a tackle for loss there. But, man, he keeps his legs moving, picks up the 1st down.
I tell you, this guy is real slippery, Damon. He's only 6 foot, 200 pounds, but he has moves today.
I think he washes his uniform in baby oil.
He gets another 3 yards, 2nd and 7. Ball on the 40 as he's now up over the 100-yard mark. He's at 104. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's to get the Love again. ISO up the middle, picks up a 1st down.
Looks like Portland is going to take the ball out of the hands of O.J. Bruin and put it in the hands of Ezekiel Love. Now, here's the kicker. What is Ezekiel Love's stamina like? Is he able to take this type of load and continue in this game here? What is his durability? You know, he's taking on a lot of hits from these linebackers and these safeties from this Fort Worth Toros defense. And, man, E.K. Vincent, when he comes and hits you, he don't come lightly. He come hard.
19 carries. This is 19 carries now, and it grinds out 2 more yards. You see the numbers there. Golden Dino in on the tackle that time. O.J. Bruin only 16 attempts, but he's completed 11 of his throws for 107 yards. And this time he's definitely lined up like he's going to throw in the shotgun formation. Bruin fires down the field. What a catch! What a catch on the play. Gene Valentine snagged that one out of the air.
Valentine comes up big on that reception, Colin. I want to say that's Valentine's 2nd reception here today. It is. He goes up high, comes down with that one. He's 2 for 2 on the day.
It's 24 yards. That last catch was a 15. As they'll say. And right up the 3 tight ends again. Here's the good to Love. Breezes through traffic and he picks up 3 yards.
Man, that was a stacked box. They had the entire family in the box. There was nobody was playing deep or towards the outside.
There's 2 sacks for Gone today. 3 total tackles. Press man coverage from the Toros against these wide receivers. Let's see who wins the matchups, and that time it's Nelson Lozano Jr. wins his on a little slant cut, and it picks up a 1st down to the 25.
Give him some California love. That's what that's what Nelson Lozano's from. But although he resides in Portland now, but man, they're getting this young man involved, and Nelson is taking advantage of every opportunity they're giving him.
Here's Bruin, play action, throws it up to Love, who takes a giant hit at the 21-yard line from E.K. Vincent, but holds on for pick up a 5. As Bruin again,
Yeah,
starting to heat up a little bit. He's up to
He-
124 on 13 of 18 passing with the 1 touchdown. Quarterback rating just a tick over 109.
Yeah, that one touchdown coming by way of a pass to Nelson Lozano.
Here is the throw down the middle, caught. That is Mike Savage, his first catch of the day, and the rookie wide receiver joins the party. It'll be first and goal from the 10.
My apologies. The touchdown pass wasn't to Lozano. It was to Israel Adams. The 1 touchdown by Bruin. And they're moving. They're moving the ball, Colin.
So the other rookie wide receiver gets involved. And they're going to the end zone. Overshot Valentine. Incomplete.
I want to say smart play there. Yeah, looking at it, yeah, that was an outstanding play. There was no one open. Great decision. Throw the ball away. Live to fight another down. Now you're 2nd and goal. Instead of you throwing a pick or trying to force something, and Fort Worth takes over, and they run away with this game.
Clock is at 109 to go in the 3rd. Bruin from the empty gun trips to the top. This is gun straight. No run slants. Nelson Lozano Jr. is in the end zone. Touchdown, Portland.
Nelson Lozano Jr., man, he's basically been this offense throughout this game. He and Ezekiel Love both. Israel Adams getting involved a little bit, but take a shot here right across the middle of the field, and he picks up that touchdown reception. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's his
42 yards on the day, and that was a 10-yard touchdown reception. He's averaging 10.5 yards per catch. Not a bad average, all things considered. JT Walters on for the extra point. High snap, but the extra point is up and through. 106 to go in the 3rd quarter. This 3rd quarter's moved by quickly, Demand.
Yeah, this 3rd quarter zoomed by. And I'm pretty sure that Cameron Irvine, the commissioner and the producer of this game, is excited that 3rd quarter zoomed by so fast that we can get back on schedule.
Back on schedule, indeed.
Yeah, we had a little delay, but that's okay. That's one thing here about the SFL. Although we may have a delay from time to time, we still get things going, get this production out of these games to our fans and our audience, and that way people can be excited and cheer for their favorite team and be entertained.
Stevens returns it up to the 26, and now the Toros feel like they must be in some kind of loop because once again they're trailing, this time by 4.
So look at Johnny Reno.
He's had an efficient game today. He's at 199 yards and 21 of 28 passing. This is attempt 29, and Stephen Acker had it in his hands, but it looks like Bob Funk was in better position. Incomplete, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Bob Funk basically ran the right for Stephen Hacker. He was right there, the free safety.
He spent all 4 years with this Fleet team. He joined the club when they were an expansion team. And one of those lifers, especially on the defensive side. Brower, Nuevo, Patterson, Bernie. They've all been here 4 years.
Talk about Robert Brewer.
They've added free agents over the years as Williams tackled in the backfield for a loss. It'll be 3rd and 11. Clock running, 36 seconds and counting.
Robert Brewer on that tackle.
Then they go short over the middle, away from the trip side. The greatest call in my book will be 4th and 7.
Yeah, Fort Worth's going to punt this thing off. Back over to the Portland Fleet, who had an outstanding drive on the last one, Colin, where they were very methodical on that drive. Move the ball up and down, move the ball down the field, precisely there, and got that touchdown pass to Robert Garrett. Ooh, they bring the pressure, too.
A 12-play, 69-yard drive last time they had the ball. They held the ball for 4 minutes, 52 seconds. We've reached the end of the third quarter. It's 20-24. Portland in front. Can the Toros avoid yet another close loss? Can Portland hang on for the win? You're watching the SFL presented by APM Music.
Everybody, fourth quarter, put your fours in the chat.
Thanks to our statistician on hand, Justin Reside, taking care, holding down that end. Damon Simeon is my color analyst for this week. Here's OJ Bruin, takes the shotgun snap, fires down the middle, one-handed catch by Adams. That's his 5th grab, and what a pretty one that was, Damon.
Israel Adams is going to be an amazing wide receiver in this league. Look at this catch. Throwing behind him. Look at the defender tries to deflect it away. He comes away with that reception there. That was Delaney Nash in his presence trying to knock that ball out. But, man, he grabs that one-handed.
The yardage, Fort Worth has the lead, but it was the one turnover. Along with gutty performances by this guy, Ezekiel Love, that have been the difference so far. He's tackled at the line of scrimmage for no gain by E.K. Vincent. Boy, that guy's been everywhere.
Yeah, E.K. Vincent, man, is a guy who has been around quite some time here in the SFL. Vincent basically on today, that's his 5th tackle. He's been on 2 assists as well. He has 1 tackle for loss and 1 pass deflection.
Here's the good to Love again. Hurdles over a down man. Gets to the 37. It'll be 3rd down and 3.
Colin, I would like to ask, what would you do in this situation? If you ask me, I'll give it to Ezekiel Love.
Yeah, Love has been your hot hand. But I'd get the ball to him in a different way. I'd probably swing it out of the backfield. This guy's been effective on the little swings and screens. Cross him up a little bit. Nope, they go play action. This will go out to Adams, who gets out of bounds at the Toro 31-yard line.
Adams was in the slot. Oh, I love that concept, Colin. They had 2 wide receivers over there on that side. Send both receivers on post routes. And Adams basically went on actually, not 2 receivers. The ex-receiver went on a post. Nelson Lozano went on a post. And Adams went on an out route. Awesome flood concept.
Drawing those defenders away. You see it. Love spins in the hole and picks up 7 yards. This guy, man, he's been putting in the work today.
Yeah, this guy here, man, look at this spin move he does right back to the inside. Who's spinning back to the inside? You got to be a very dangerous and confident running back to run the ball like that by running a spin move towards the inside of the field.
23 carries, 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, 5.8 yards a carry for so long, 48. Gets another carry here, breaks the tackle, picks up a first down to the 21. I tell you, this guy, he may only be 6 foot, but he plays like he's a few inches taller.
Man, number 53 for Fort Worth, Jeff Duffy, came in flying and almost had a tackle for loss. But, dude, Ezekiel Love is just so fast. He went right by him.
Duffy is 6'5", 300 pounds. As Warner catches this one out of bounds, they'll give him 7. As you take a look at the yardage there, and Bruin is the surprising one. He hasn't thrown an interception, and he had 32 coming into the game tomorrow.
I just hope there's not a commentary jinx right there, but you're right. He has not thrown a pick all game long, as he has had some games where he's thrown multiple picks, but he's keeping it clean. You got to give credit to the coordinators for calling the right plays.
And this is a pass attempt will end in a sack. It's Joey Swindell again, his 2nd of the day, and the man who was playing nose tackle on a 3-man front just got to round the rookie center, Taylor, for the sack there.
Yeah, Swindell, as you just stated, getting that sack there, that's his 2nd of the day. Man, he's basically been putting some pressure. He and Degon both.
Throw down the middle, touchdown, Portland. Gene Valentine with the diving reception. 3 touchdowns on the day for O.J. Bruin. Wow.
They run a two post route by the by the X and the Y wide receivers there. If we look at it here on this replay, and man, the guy in the slot comes away with that reception. That is a Valentine, outstanding route running there, but also a beautiful throw from OJ Bruin. That's his third touchdown on the day, 193 yards, 26 of 20 completions, 76.9 completion percentage. Look at this, Colin. His QBR, 135.6 on the day. And I want to say for the season, his QBR is 65.9. This dude is having an outstanding day here in this ball game.
Wow, just amazing. But, to be honest, APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music is the official soundtrack of the Simulationfl League. To explore the library and find the perfect tracks for your projects, visit apmmusic.com. As Cade Stevens returns it up to the 29, and now all of a sudden, the Toros are staring a multi-score deficit square in the face, and I don't know if they can keep up.
Yeah, Portland has basically taken advantage of Fort Worth not putting points on the game and not having long drive.
There's Reno back to throw, fires over the middle, caught for the first down. Hauling it in for the first time all game is the rookie wide receiver, number 83, Charlie Baker.
A nice route there by Charlie Baker going right across the middle of the field. Looks like it was a 90Z arrow play there. And he was on that streak and slant right across the middle of the field. Not turning upfield, but just going straight across the field there. Picks up the first down. 1st and 10 here for Fort Worth at their own 40-yard line.
Here's the throw down the middle of the field, caught. And it'll gain 9.5 yards to Twin Screw, but he's still pretty excited about that one.
Yeah, take a look at what Twin Screw does. He turns his body around, turns his back to the defense, basically using his back as a shield and as a protection of the ball as he reel it in and make that catch right to the body. Although coordinators don't like you catching the ball with your body, but in certain situations, you just have to.
Here's Williams with the carry, and Jason Williams.
And Williams just explode out of the backfield. Look at that run there. He's down the field almost 20 yards before he even becomes touched as he crosses midfield.
Wow, what a play there.
Yeah, that was a run there by the guy who just one of the best backs in this league, man. That's one thing I love about this league. We have some outstanding and great running backs. Kevin Say, who's only been here for about, 3 seasons now, has made a name for himself. We got some rookies that's making a name for themselves as well. Oh, that's a nice defensive play there.
As the throw to Hacker is incomplete. Coverage of the Simulationfl League on Next Level Sports continues Saturday, April 16th, the final day of the regular season at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. The South Division title will be on the line when Mexico City faces Lone Star, plus DC will meet London in a crucial game for playoff seeding. NXT will also have coverage of potential division races up for grab in the West, Atlantic, or East. Visit NLSE.com to find Next Level Sports in your area. And there's Robert Garrett Jr. pulling in yet another slant pass.
This guy here has been working the middle of the field all game. Oh, that is couldn't get it out fast enough was what I was trying to say. Linebacker Mel Davis was right there, almost came away with the pass deflection, but he just come up short as Robert Garrett Jr. wheels it in, picks up the first down. This Fort Worth offense is moving. 5 minutes and 36 seconds left on the clock.
It's a 36th pass attempt of the day. This one goes out to Williams. He picks up 5. Jason Williams has only 11 carries all game long, Demond. I think that's a product of sort of trailing or having to play sort of catch up in an unexpected shootout kind of way.
You're right. That's probably the reason there is we look at Johnny Reno has 35 pass attempts.
There's Carry number 12 for Williams. He gets the first down to 11 as we cross now under 5 minutes to go in the game. This
And as
game
they say,
really
you
has
know,
no bearing on any kind of playoff implications or seeding. Both of these teams have losing records, but you know, for the players, it's important because you want to finish the season out on a good note.
absolutely. That's something that both of these teams are looking to do. Get a win streak going here towards the end of the season, something that you can build off of going into the next season. There's a shot there by Johnny Reno to Garrett Jr. right inside the 5-yard line at the 3.
2nd and 2 still from the gun. They have to go to the end zone. They will! Cade Stevens! He had it, but he was out of bounds legitimately that time. I saw the referee signal incomplete.
Yeah, they tried to hit Stevens in the back of the end zone, but just didn't have enough room. That back of the end zone, when you're inside of the 10-yard line, that is the 12th man on the field. Any defensive player will tell you that they love the back end of the end zone as well as a coordinator. They come out here in a 5-2 defense, or is this goal line? Looks like man coverage as well. Watch for an inside slant here, Colin.
And there's the slant, and Cowboy catches in one hand in the end zone for the touchdown.
Wow, they gave him the touchdown on that catch. He's in Magnolia Plaza having a party. Is that his 3rd touchdown reception today? No, this is 2nd.
That is number 2. He had one earlier, and he hauls in a 2nd there.
This may be a challenge. No challenge coming. But man, as I was looking at the replay, it looked like he had his tiptoe. It's like his toes were inbounds, but the heel was out of bounds. The heel probably could have been off the ground. I really couldn't see it, but that was really close.
Yeah, it's a bang-bang kind of situation. And with 4:16 to go, Portland doesn't want to risk it. Oh, we have a fake, and it's stopped. Oh, no, and they'll still be down by 5.
Wow, they tried to go for 2 on a fake field goal attempt. That is very, very dangerous for you. They're going to just try an onside attempt here. Can Fort Worth get this onside kick to basically move down the field once again and take this lead?
Oh, boy. Ramos Lynn, owner of the Mexico City Aztecs, pops in with an F in the chat for what he just saw. And the Fleet recovered the onside kick.
Yeah, great hands there by the special teams. The hands team, man, we have seen a lot, Colin, a lot of onside kicks being recovered by the kickoff team.
24 carries for Love. Figured to get close to 30 by the time this is done. Getting ready at the grind up the clock. His carry number 25. Ooh, he got his clock clean that time by number 24. Adam Leach, one of the top 15 defenders in terms of pass deflections coming in. He's number 12.
Yeah, Adam Leach is a big guy. 6'4", over 200 pounds.
Man, that's like a linebacker coming down and thumping you.
Yeah.
2nd and 8. They have 2 tight ends. That is the Jokers. Here they go. Weak power again. Breaks the tackle is Love. Love is down the field. He's past the 20, and they'll mark him down at the 19.
Ezekiel Love, man, is putting on a show, and he's trying to take over this ball game, dude.
Oh, man, he broke the tackle of Adam Leach that time, and he just outran just about everybody. And E.K. Vincent had to hold on for dear life, trying to bring him down. 320 and counting. Bruin has had only 6 incompletions, and he's thrown 3 touchdowns today. Just a remarkable performance for him. Turns, gets to Love again. Love will pick up 4 yards. His clock now ticks under 3 minutes.
Yeah, Portland's basically going to try to run the ball here, milk this clock, as you just stated, Colin, to basically also try to penetrate the middle of the field here with the run game and put Fort Worth on the heels as they get closer and closer to the goal line.
Again, they go with it. 3 tight end look. Bruin. clock run down, gets the love on the ice, so he'll be stopped at the 10-yard short. Jeff Duffy with a big shoulder down.
Colin, this guy here, man, is basically putting the team on his back. It's basically all I can say at this moment here right now, which is absolutely true. There's 15 seconds left on the clock before the 2-minute warning. Ezekiel Love, 27 attempts, 166 yards, 2 touchdowns, 6.1 yards per carry.
And they get it up just before the 2-minute warning, and Love is stopped for a loss of 1 by Vincent. We've reached the 2-minute warning. You're watching the Simulation Football League presented by AP Music on Twitch. Don't go anywhere. We still have 2 minutes left.
Yeah, Colin, Portland came out right before the 2-minute warning and tried to do a quick stretch there to Ezekiel Love. And basically, he does not pick up the first down. 2 yards shy of it. They're going to go ahead and kick the field goal, which is going to put them up by 8 points. Fort Worth, if they can score, get a 2-point conversion, they can tie this game up.
And Walter's kick is no good off the upright. Oh my goodness. Just when you thought the game was going to be salted away, the undrafted rookie hits the upright and bounces out.
Oh my goodness. He couldn't have had a better opportunity to make a field goal than that moment right there, Colin. This could be important right here. That could be a big miss.
Oh my goodness. Johnny Reno throws to Mike Twin Screw. And here we go with the hurry up, folks.
Twin Screw on that reception right across the middle of the field. Linebacker almost deflects it away, but just comes up short.
Flip backs. Here they go to Hacker. Falling down inbounds, unable to get out of bounds as he's unable to keep his feet.
The Hacker on the 58 spot hit the sideline.
They're going to spot again. Oh! They had it covered. And Fort Worth is now forced to use a timeout. Oh
Yeah,
my goodness.
The linebacker, I mean, not the linebacker, the cornerback Majors was right there on top of Hacker, read the play. They didn't call an audible, and Majors basically pushed him backwards, and Hacker really didn't have nowhere to go but backwards, lose 4 yards on that play. It's 3rd and 9 now. Can Fort Worth pick up this first down?
JT Walters, before that miss, was 16 of 17. And what a time for your second miss. Oh my goodness. It's a throw down the middle. Charlie Baker with the reception to the 48. Clock is now winding. We have 1:15 and counting to go. Everybody gets set. Reno's back to throw. Throws to the single receiver set. Almost intercepted by Chris Stosh. Pass intended for Twin Screw.
Yeah, Chris Stock, man, he should have had that pick. He got both of his paws on it, Colin. And how dare you not come down with that one? Oh, man, he got to be kicking himself in the butt for that. That would have sealed the game for Portland.
Fort Worth was 6.5-point favorites coming in, over under 51.5. With the score as now, we've blown that number over under out of the water. Toros trying to win by 2 as the deflection by Bob Funk is good. Pass intended for Baker, incomplete.
Yeah, Bob Funk right there in the way, in the vicinity of knocking that pass down. Outstanding position by the safety to get his hands up, knock it down, get it past deflection, and force a 3rd and 10 here for the Fort Worth Toros.
Oh my goodness. 3rd and 10 from the 48, 1:07 to go. J.Z. Bacon in the backfield. He's primarily a pass catch threat. Out! This is Hacker. He perfectly ran the corner, but unable to get the feet in bounds. It'll be 4th and 10.
Oh, Colin, you got to give credit to the defender. I couldn't see the number, but he put a hand on Hacker that forced Hacker to cut his route short and basically forced him towards the sideline a little bit quicker than what he wanted to. And as he was receiving the ball, it was out of bounds.
There again they go. This time bunch out of the shotgun. 4th and 10. This is the ball game. They have to convert if they want to keep their dreams alive. Throw it on the middle. Caught by Twin Screw. Twin Screw down to the 23. Timeout called with 59 seconds left.
That Twin Screw right down the middle of the field gets that reception. My goodness. The Fort Worth Toros needed that badly. In the middle of the field was wide open.
59 seconds left. They have 1 timeout remaining. They must get to the end zone. A field goal does them no good. They're down by 5 at this moment. Trips to the top. 4 wide in total. Bacon is the back. Quick draw. Throw to the corner. Knocked down. Kristosh.
Stop. My goodness, what a play there. He's covering this route here. Goes up high. Deflected away. Does not come down with the INT, though. But that would have been great for Portland. But Fort Worth, they live. They live to play another play.
Second and 10, 55 seconds. Now they go 5 wide as they add an extra receiver. Here's Reno. Throws. Oh, he nearly threw an interception to Gary Clem, who knocks it down. Reno's now 34-48.
Yeah, Gary Clem, the outside linebacker, was in perfect position to knock that ball away, Colin. He could have came away with the INT. That's back-to-back plays where Portland could have basically sealed this game. They got to catch the ball.
Williams is back in along with the fullback, Aaron Alexander. As they go 3 wide. Press man coverage from Portland. Here is the throw. Knocked down. Leo Morris knocked it down. It'll be 4th down again.
Colin Morris got his hands up to knock that ball away. That ball could have went to the ex-receiver as well, as he was moving towards the inside of the field.
The home crowd is booing because they're going for it.
They have no
think
choice.
it's the right call here. 48 seconds left. 4th and 10. Reno. He went short.
And Portland takes over.
Mike Twinsker caught it, but he was short. He's tackled at the 17. He needed to get just before the 10-yard line. Oh my goodness. And for the 2nd week in a row, the Portland Fleet will survive a late rally by the opposition.
Portland is on a 2-game win streak here, and they're looking forward to their next opponent. Oh my goodness, this team here has to be excited.
They kneel down one time. The Toros will call time. Man, this game has been a roller coaster of emotions.
That it has been.
Back and forth, we have gone all game long, and Fort Worth will drop to 3-8 as they suffer yet another excruciating single-digit loss.
Yeah, it's going to be a Fort Worth goes into Houston next week, take on the Houston Hyenas. Portland, I'm not sure who Portland plays, but I'm pretty sure it's a division rival as well. That week 14, the last game of the season, is always a battle between those division games, man. Teams wants to get wins. I know that Portland is looking forward to trying to get a 3-game win streak as the Fort Worth Toros try to bounce back after a 2-game losing streak that they just settled with this game.
They'll do it. 35-30, Portland wins. As we take a look at the post-mortem statistics, Damon, what stands out to you most when you think about this game?
Time of possession and 0 turnovers for Portland. They win time of possessions and 0 turnovers, and I'm pretty sure they won the 3rd down percentage as well. Those are the 3 main things that I look at when either any team wins or lose the game. That's what I look at. 3rd down percentage, time of possession, and the number of turnovers you throw. Portland won all 3 of those today, and this is why Portland is the winner of this ball game. I got to feel kind of down for Fort Worth. They came out here in their Panther black and blue. Love the color concept and the meaning it is for the city. The fans was hyped and excited for it as well. But you got to tip your hat off to the Portland Fleet. These guys came out here, man, They won on a 9-game losing streak. Picked up a big win last week versus the San Diego Mavericks and come away with a bigger one here today versus the Fort Worth Toros, who is a team that has been outstanding since they became an organization here in the SFL. And look at Ezekiel Love. This guy here does it all, Colin. Runs the ball, blocks, in the receiving game as well. It's all yours.
Yeah, indeed. And if you look at the final numbers for Johnny Reno, he threw the ball 51 times, and Jason Williams only carried the ball 12 times.
Yeah, but Justin Williams, his 12 carries was also for over 100 yards. When he had 143 yards on 12 carries. 11.9 yards per carry. 38 was his longest. And there's your player of the game.
Ezekiel Love, well deserved. You also could give it to OJ Bruin. He had 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. Also impressive performance. For Justin Reside, our statistician, my partner Damon Simeon, I'm Colin Northup, Cameron Irvine is our producer. Have a good rest of your evening, folks. So long.
See you when I see you. Peace.